mind, it's Hayden here, and it's the Man in the Mirror podcast. It's a podcast where each week I talk to a male guest about their life and their work. We get into subjects like self-care, self-image, what the guest thinks about the man that looks back at him in the mirror. And I also have a look in his bathroom cabinet and find out about some of the products in his morning and evening routine. And sometimes he passes on some tips and tricks and lets us know the kind of products that he enjoys. Now, welcome along to episode 2 of the season. It's another one that I recorded in the summertime in July 2025 in London. I shamelessly took advantage, I make no bones about it, I shamelessly took advantage of the fact that I was lucky enough to host an event with the Master Perfumer Alberto Morillas for his brand Mizensir. We did a Meet the Perfumer event at Harrods. Maybe some of you came along. It was a fantastic event. Alberto was in London to talk about the brand new fragrance Ylang Spirit, which is part of the Mizensir collection. We had an opportunity to talk through some of the ingredients and talk about his fragrance life to an audience who clearly adore him. So while he was in London, I got the opportunity to record a Man in the Mirror episode, which is, I can't believe my luck. It was, it's not an opportunity I would get any other time. But a bit earlier in the afternoon before the Meet the Perfumer event, we sat down and had a conversation, and he was absolutely delightful. I mean, he really is one of the biggest names in fragrance. He's a master perfumer. I probably don't need to introduce him, but some of the fragrances he has been responsible for include CK1, Kenzo Flower, Acqua di Gio, Marc Jacobs Daisy. I could go on, let alone he has his own brand, Mizensir, which started with candles and quickly moved into fine fragrance. And as I said, he was in town to talk about Ylang Spirit, which is the newest release from the Mizensir collection. Alberto was really happy to talk about anything and talk about his long and illustrious career. And what struck me was the energy and the verve he still has for the industry, for perfume, and the fact that he still is happy to travel around and evangelize about his brand and the work he does. You know, still has the energy to do that in his 70s, still has a sparkle in his eye. Absolutely fantastic, and it was a huge honour to meet him. So I think you're really going to enjoy this conversation. Before we get into it, I just wanted to mention there will be no adverts in Man in the Mirror. Maybe that's a good thing, I hear you say, but I do have a coffee account, which is where you can offer a tip, which would go towards the running costs of the podcast, so the editing and the uploading to the various services and things like that. And my coffee account is at ko-fi.com/Man in the Mirror. That's ko-fi.com/Man in the Mirror. And anything you could donate there would be hugely appreciated. And as I said, will go towards running costs, and, you know, certainly doesn't go on fancy restaurants or Ferraris or anything like that. I wish. It's just, the running costs of doing the podcast. And as I always say, I love doing it. And my goodness, the chance to meet people like Alberto, I would do it anyway. But, there are some obvious costs with running a podcast, which you can imagine. So anything would be greatly received. So look, let's get into it. It's Alberto Morillas, the master perfumer and the founder of the Mizensir brand, talking to me, Hayden Williams, on Man in the Mirror. Let's go. Welcome along to Man in the Mirror. It's Hayden Williams here, and I'm delighted to say I'm in Knightsbridge, and I'm joined by legendary master perfumer Alberto Morillas. Alberto, thank you so much for taking part in Man in the Mirror, and welcome along to the show.
Thank you very much.
So you are here in London to talk about the Mizensir brand and Ylang Spirit, which we will talk about a bit later. But first of all, I'm interested, for anyone who's unfamiliar with the Mizensir brand, can you talk a little bit about how the brand started? I believe it started in 1999 with candles, is that right?
Exactly. And when I think about, I started with the candle in the room with my son.
Right.
You know? We started with my wife. And after so many times, we have this with this mysterious name, because name Mizensir is very complicated name. And I tell you something, Mizensir is not a niche perfume. It's a perfume deception, because it's so different.
Yes.
I when I create my perfumes for Mizensir, I think just quality, different, and different emotion.
Yes.
And for me, it's very important.
Yes. So you want to create something of quality that feels different to other things that are in the market.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And you grew up in the Andalusia part of Spain, is that right?
Yes, but for me, it's so long way. When I start in my Sevilla, my city when I'm very young, and I remember in the patio of my house in Sevilla, I smelled the jasmine, and maybe for this is my first inspiration is this flower from the jasmine.
So jasmine was the flower that inspired you as a child.
Exactly. The jasmine, and also this very watery sensation in the patio, the garden in the
on the
house.
patio, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have this emotion, and maybe I want to create this emotion all the time after so many times. I don't remember how many times in this fluidity, sunny and watery sensation.
I mean, in many ways, those sunny fragrances are such a signature of yours. Was the jasmine in Seville very special? Does it have a special smell, do you think?
Not very special, but maybe in this patio.
Yeah.
And when I smell this jasmine with orange flower, it have this already a perfume,
Yes, so it's mixed. The two mixed together, yes.
Yes, orange flower, jasmine, and this sensation of the water.
Yes.
And you have this, is a perfume.
Yeah.
Already.
So you're here in London to talk at Harrods later on, and you're going to talk about Ylang Spirit. And we're going to talk about some of the floral accords within the Mizensir brand. And I know they're a big part of what you do. But I wonder when some fragrance houses are moving more towards fragrances that are more gourmand and that have these really strong synthetic formulas, what is it about the florals and the floral facets that you continue to find so inspiring?
For me, it's very important when I start a perfume is you have two sensations I need to put together. It's the new molecules, the flower notes, and also I started to. It's the same to the story, short story.
Yeah,
and it's very important to mix this all the time. These naturals. But for me, it's very important to have this in my creation, these different naturals. At some time, I put 2 or 3 together.
Yes.
And these molecules, and I start from the beginning. This sensation is the same and nice music, And this music, I put some element and more element. This for me is very easy. It's easy to create. This emotion.
Is it really? I suppose when you've been doing it at such a high level and for a long time, something that seems so skillful, you now find easy and comfortable.
I tell you, easy. It's not sometimes so easy because all my creations, I start from now to so many years, but my creation are very modern after 35 years, And this, I tell you, is very easy. Yes, it's easy, but it's a lot experiments to have this fluidity and simplicity.
And I imagine it's the experience that you've brought from so many years working with Firmenich and practice and training your nose. these things that come easy are about your talent and experience, I would imagine.
I built also this story with my customer,
Yeah.
where is a fusion with when I work with my customer, and it's sometimes very hard because sometimes it's 2 years of 2 years.
2 years of working.
Yes, to work and to find this nice equilibrium, behind the natural synthetics. And for me, it's easy, but it's also very, very, very hard job to have this simplicity.
And it must be, you mentioned working in partnership with your clients. That relationship and working as a team must be a big part of what you do.
Of course, because all the customers are different.
Yes,
and,
I'm sure. And the brief is different.
Yes, the brief is different, and the sensibility of my customer are different, and the marketing are very exigent because it's so the investment are so strong, and we think it's easy, but it's easy because I want to easy in my creation. But sometimes it's a lot of responsibility to create.
I can imagine. I can imagine. So I mentioned the latest fragrance from Mizensir, which is Ylang Spirit. What feelings would you like the wearer of that fragrance to feel? What do you think Ylang Spirit's all about for you?
All my creation for Mizensir, I want to are different, very different from Mizensir to my other customers.
That's interesting.
And I'm very proud about all my career because I made so many perfumes, but so different behind.
Yes.
There's
different styles, isn't there? Yeah, absolutely.
Because I want to are different to Mizensir. Why? Because my daughter, she told me, but I want to have free in your creation.
Yeah.
Don't worry the price. Don't worry about create your emotion. And I'm very happy.
So there's no restrictions, nothing stopping you.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Just sometimes it's not so easy.
I can imagine. It's like a blank piece of paper. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Also, to are different, but not strange. I don't like to create perfume very strange or very. Black, very dark, very. I like to create very very nice creation, very easy to wear, to enjoy.
And I think Ylang Spirit is absolutely one of those. I'm wearing it today, and it's all about joy and sunshine, and it's definitely light and joyful, isn't it?
Is that Ylang Spirit? We started 2 years ago. No, not 2 years, 1 year and a half. And I want to create something around the Ylang, because for me, from the beginning, I start in the perfumery. It's a so strange flower and not so easy perfume. When you smell Ylang, it's strange.
Why do you say it's strange?
Strange because
smell.
It's not easy to add in the perfume, but not just a little drops.
Right.
I want to create something around a lot.
With it as the hero, yeah.
Yes, a lot of important proportion.
Yeah.
And I want to start with this masky, because my dream is all the time it's masky. For me, the mask, it's so unbelievable in all to my creation. You have this proportion of mask.
Yes.
And Ylang Spirit is the spirit of the Ylang, and also to have this sweet, sunny, very feminine sensation. When you are in the beach, you receive the sun and you smell.
It's definitely
beach,
that. The beating of the sun and holidays.
Exactly.
And
And it's easy to speak, but it's very complicated to
hard to do, to execute.
creation. Yes,
I can imagine. And you know, we're talking about floral accords today at Mizensir. Is it possible to think of a favorite flower that you have, or a favorite flower you like to work with?
I have many, but
I can
today,
imagine.
and we need to choose some different. I like the tuberose because it's the most narcotic flower.
Yes.
But today we don't talk about tuberose. We talk about a very simple rose, centifolia,
Yes.
iris, because for me iris is the most elegant wood and flowers because mysterious. It's very expensive, very rare. Just jasmine sambac. I like to mix jasmine sambac and jasmine the classic jasmine, huh? And of course Ylang because it's a new flower, very mysterious and very different flower. Yes.
Fantastic. So, as part of Man in the Mirror, I like to ask my guests about products that they might use perhaps outside of fragrance. And I think my listeners are interested in, you know, looking inside someone's bathroom cabinet almost. So I wonder, all the years you've been working in fragrance and connected to the beauty industries, Alberto, have you got a routine, like a grooming routine and a skincare routine? Are there certain products that you like to use yourself?
You know, my routine is the same every day.
Is it?
Yes, very. I get up very early.
Yeah.
At 5.
Do you?
Yes, 5:30, and I get up very early. But first, I take a coffee. I go to my garden to see the garden with my dogs. And after, when I shave myself, I see in the mirror. I don't never see before.
Yeah, don't look before.
I see after when I go to.
That's good.
To again.
When you're in a good mood, you've been out with the dogs. Yeah.
And of course, I see my face. I think, oh my goodness, I lost my hair. Of course, but this is so normal.
Me too. Yeah.
It's a great. But I check more my energy. You know?
Right.
Yes, I have to see first with the energy of the light. I don't see. Well, of course, I see. Oh my God, I need to make some surgery because I have the paupières.
On the eyes. Yeah.
Yes, I need.
Yeah.
But I never decide to say. Maybe next year I decide to make this energy.
Do you think you actually would? Do you think you would have any work? Maybe.
Maybe, yes, but I have also to take some time to cosmetic of my wife.
Yeah, yeah.
She's not very happy because all the time.
So you use her products?
Yes, I use the product.
Do you have? Would you use a moisturizer or sun lotion? Or
I like to use a Pure Attitude. It's from the mountain, from Mojave. You know, it's a very, very natural and very nice to this lotion.
Is it a moisturizer, Alberto?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't use so much things.
And when it comes to the big question of fragrance, I can imagine when you're creating or evaluating, do you have to have no fragrance?
No.
On your never?
No, in the morning, yes, of course.
Yeah.
And I have also for the skin,
Yes.
also for the hand. You know, I like to have. I clean my
Body.
face.
Yeah.
Yes, I take a shower. I don't like to take a bath.
Yeah.
And I start I shave, but the electric shave.
Uh-huh.
I don't have
the wet shave.
No,
yeah.
because.
And if you had a day where you didn't have to create, and you could choose a fragrance, how would you go about choosing a fragrance? Is it by the mood you're in, or the weather outside, or?
No, but you know, every night I try a new perfume in my skin.
Something that you're working on,
of course.
Yes,
because I liked in the morning to smell, to have it feel long lasting, it don't stay, it's too oriental or too woody. I like to spray something before I go to sleep.
Okay.
And I like to smell after in the morning.
So you check it in the morning.
Yes, I check if I have the same emotion I want to have this energy.
So I guess you're always thinking, always working.
Yes, of course.
Because I'm lucky. I suppose I'm lucky in that I get to try Mizensir fragrances and other fragrances, and it's things it's a real joy for me. But I suppose when it's your career and your job, you always have to be evaluating, checking, and
yes.
So there's no time to wear it for fun or for joy.
No. But yes, but I enjoy
it anyway.
Yes, yes. Because I have so many briefs, together to every.
There's many at the same time.
Yes, I need to start very early in the morning.
Yeah.
To have
That's why you wake up so early.
Yes.
Yeah. Fantastic. I think maybe some of the listeners will know the long relationship you have with DSM Firmenich, and it's over 55 years since 1970. Is it?
55. 57. I started at 20. Why I stay so long with this company?
Yeah, why do you think?
First, because I'm free.
Yeah.
This is the most
They let you do...
Yes, I'm free to... I work in Paris for 7 years. I stayed 2 years in New York. I have in my studio very special place to create. I'm alone, but it's a very big studio.
Is that at home, Alberto?
No home. Near in the town, in the old town.
In Geneva, is that?
In Geneva, because. I want to move, because all the time to have in the same place is boring. For this, I'm in the same company, but I change all the time the location.
Oh, do you? So you move your studio?
Yes, I move because I have also a very nice space in Paris, and almost every week I go to Paris to work 1 day or 2 days. And for this, I stay for a long time in DSM Firmenich, but I feel all the time in new company.
And it's changing and evolving.
And
That's
also
really
I like to work in this company because you have these beautiful new molecules. We have also in the DSM Firmenich a very nice studio in Grasse. It's Villa Botanica, I'm sorry.
Oh, yes.
We had this
I've
place
seen pictures
also.
of this.
Yes. For this, we have this possibility, and I don't feel I stay so long time in this company. Yeah.
That's really interesting that even though the company is the same, you moving around helps your creativity and keeps it fresh, I suppose.
This is the most important, because to create, you need to have this freshness in your creation. And you need to be free and very responsible,
Yes.
And for this, I like to work with many creators, because I start with Calvin Klein too many years ago. I work with Mr. Armani. I work with Alexandre Michele. I work with Karl Lagerfeld. I work for so many creators.
Yeah.
And I have so strong souvenir from all these
those different moments, yeah.
With Marc Jacobs, of course. Also.
Yes, yeah.
And maybe I forget many, but I have this souvenir to work this creator. It gives me so strong energy and this different.
And I suppose, we make a lot of the fact that you have been at one fragrance house for so long, but as you describe it, each client and each relationship is a new thing, isn't it? So that must keep it interesting and varied, I suppose.
It's different, but I'm very impressed of all these creators are so strong personality.
Really?
And also when I work with Bulgari, it's different, because it's not anymore a creator. I work with a strong history of the family.
Yes.
When I work with Bulgaria, it's the tradition, so long tradition in the savoir-faire.
Yeah.
In this beautiful jewelry. And for me, it's all the time I create for these people. And when I create also with Carolina Herrera, and I love this lady. It's very so creative for so many years.
Yeah.
And all this inspired for my creation
Yes.
to create.
So the companies and the histories inspire
exactly.
what you do. Yeah, fantastic. And we talked a little bit about when you grew up, and you talked about your own house and garden and going into the garden early in the morning. Can you tell me a bit more about your garden and how it inspires your creations?
My garden, my wife, she told me, is a dream. It's a dream, but it costs so much money to take a gardener because it's a very nice place, but very expensive to have this garden very perfect.
Yes.
And, because I built this garden for 55 years, and it's a very complicated garden. And I have many. It's a garden not just for the summer. It's a garden for the winter. Because all the time it changes. It's so different.
Is it true that there's just white flowers?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. But why? Because for me it's very important. Because when I arrive after my trip very late in the night, I can see my flowers because when it's white,
because they're bright. Yeah,
you see in the night.
Yeah,
you see in the night because if you have the rose or red, you can see. You see just thing when it's white.
It makes a lot of sense. Yeah,
you can see with the moon, and you see the colors. It's white, but it's so perfect. And white and green. My garden is white and green, different green, but you can see the difference in the night.
I bet it looks spectacular. And obviously you're still doing lots of traveling. You say you arrive back late at night. You still have to, you're here in London. You talked about Paris and
yesterday we are at the place in Spain. Oh my goodness, sometimes too much.
Yeah.
And every time think, but now I don't want anymore.
Do a bit less.
Yes. But I like also to go to India or to the Brazil. Every country have the nice emotion to give me for my inspiration for the creation.
I was thinking it must help the inspiration to see different places and meet different people and smell different things.
Yes,
and
because they smell different. The perfume smell different when I smell my perfume in New York. It smells different when I smell in Geneva.
Yes,
I don't know why.
Yeah,
but when there's a big success, it's a success in the world.
Yes,
and you know why? Why? Because Acqua di Gio smells so good in New York and also in Italy.
Yeah.
And Acqua di Gio or
CK1
it smells very good in New York and also in Spain. I don't know. When it's a nice inspiration, it's nice creation, smell good in the world.
That must be an incredible moment when you know one of those fragrances is a hit globally and they're selling millions of bottles per year.
Yes, it's
must feel phenomenal. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And we talking about some of the designer brands we've mentioned. Gucci and Armani and Calvin Klein. When you're working with the designer brands, do you approach the creative process in a different way to how you approach your work with Mizensir?
Maybe for Mizensir is easier for me.
Is it?
Because it's not so big brand, it's just a small. The responsibility is much easier because it's more simple.
Yes, and is it the fact that there aren't other clients, as it were?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
When you are a client, you need to. It's more complex because you have the marketing
and approvals.
You have Mizensir. It's just Just my daughter. She designed. My wife, maybe.
How many people? How big? Give me a sense of how big the brand is.
I think we are almost. If you're okay, we have a store in Geneva, and another store in New York, also another store in the Megève. I don't know exactly how many people we are. Maybe 20 or 25. I don't remember, but we have a very nice studio also in Geneva to create the candle, the perfume, a very nice place.
Fantastic. And the final thing I like to ask my guests, Alberto, is what makes you happy, and perhaps what makes you happy outside of work. I mean, we've talked about how work is so important and you start early in the day, but are there things that bring you pleasure and joy outside of the workplace? Maybe your dogs.
We can make my job if you don't are happy. If you don't feel very happy every day, it's too difficult to create perfumes.
Right.
You need to are very happy. You need to. Sometimes the life is not so.
Yeah, it's not always easy, is it?
But you need to have this energy to create something to make people happy. When you wear a perfume, you need immediately you feel something, you have an emotion. And this emotion I need to create when they mix together, all these molecules. Because every day for me is an emotion. When I see my formula after so many years, and I see, it's a very simple, a formula is why I
sometimes quite a short formula,
why I put this element with another element.
Yeah.
It's a magic sensation because it's not so. It's the same when you write a book. You need, but it's the same. Or when you write in nice music, but the perfume is the same. So
you feel that responsibility to bring happiness and joy to the wearer of the fragrance. Yeah.
But sometimes I don't think about this. I think just to enjoy, to put together some elements, and this element he give you nice music.
Yes, yeah. and if you are to step away from the work brain for a second, if you took a day off, or you had some spare time, what would be the things that you would enjoy doing on a vacation day or a Sunday or something? Are there other things that bring you pleasure?
For me, vacation is to create perfume.
Is it really?
It's really, but you
Alberto,
never stop.
You need to slow down.
You never stop. I have a book. When I go to the beach, I have a very nice bag. Inside I have all the things.
Do you trials and do you?
You never. It's very difficult to stop.
Right. It sounds like
you need to close your eyes and you dream. In this dream, you need to make interpretation when you create perfume. And everybody know me in my company and my friend and my daughter. She's true. I tell you. In my house, I have bottle and little element to smell.
Yeah.
And it's
so
my
it's everywhere.
job. Yes. And for this, my creation are so intense.
Yeah.
And I create so many perfumes. I still to have many perfumes because all the perfume I work now is in 2 years.
2 years' time, yeah. It's incredible to hear how there's still that single-mindedness and intensity to create after so long, after so many hits. It's been a real pleasure to chat to you. Thank you so much. It's been a real joy.
It's a nice interview.
Thank you, Alberto.
I want to just to tell you something.
It's
nice also to work with a young perfumer, and I have a good luck because I have many friends.
Yes,
and we work together in New York, in Paris, and you are very close to create something. We don't have competitive. We need to have the best.
Yeah.
But we work very well.
But you
together.
like working with the younger perfumers, and
very, very important.
It does feel to me like a very collaborative. Working in partnership. Sometimes I'll talk to two perfumers who are working on one fragrance, and it's fascinating how
Yes.
that back and forth, really interesting.
We
yeah.
had a good relationship with many perfumers.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Alberto, thank you so
It's
much.
a pleasure. Thank you.
Pleasure's
Thank
all
you,
mine. Thank
Richard.
you. My thanks to Alberto. It was a real pleasure to meet him, a real career highlight, actually. I didn't let on, but yeah, I was slightly starstruck, and he couldn't have been more charming and more affable and more friendly, so I really appreciated it. And yeah, I took a lot from that conversation. I think not least the fact that he's been at Firmenich for over 50 years, started at a junior level and worked his way up. I mean, there can't be many people who show that kind of loyalty, and there's often a tendency for perfumers to move around some of the different fragrance houses, but he's been with Firmenich, say, for over 50 years now, and wow, I mean, the fragrances he's worked on and the people he's met and the designers, an incredible story. And he seems still so enthused about the industry and what's going on. And I was lucky enough to get to spend some time with him afterwards as well. We went for dinner afterwards to his favourite Japanese place in Knightsbridge, so got to spend even more time. And I really sensed how much he's still excited about what's going on with Mizensir and still keeps tabs on what's going on in the industry, very much has his finger on the pulse. So yeah, it was a real thrill to get to spend a good number of hours with him back in July 2025. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. If you want to find out more about Mizensir, you can do. They are on Instagram at Mizensir, and that is spelt Mizensir. If you want to find out more about the whole collection, including the new one, Ylang Spirit, go to mizensir.com. And if you want to follow Alberto's adventures, particularly, he has his own Instagram account, and it is morillas.alberto, at morillas.alberto, and that's spelled MORILLAS.ALBERTO. That's at morillas.alberto. And if you want to find out more about Man in the Mirror, you can find me at Man in the Mirror Pod on Instagram. I also have a fragrance account on Instagram called You Smell Great, What Is It? Because you smell great, what is it? And I have an account with the same name on TikTok, which needs more loving, to be honest. It needs more loving from me and from you. I need to understand it a bit better, and I don't know, I feel more familiar with Instagram and do more stuff on there, but I need to and will do more things on TikTok, so you can find me there at You Smell Great, What Is It? So my huge thanks to Alberto for spending some time with me. Thank you to you, as always, for listening. If you want to find out about the Mizensir range and Ylang Spirit, go and check out the Mizensir website. But the new fragrance Ylang Spirit is out now. So that's it for me. I'll be back next week. Thanks to my guest Alberto. Thanks to you for listening, and I'll see you next time on Man in the Mirror. Until then, take care.